LAUSD is the second largest school district in the country and home to several schools that were destroyed in the wildfires. Officials are helping families and teachers through the recovery process with continued access to meals and educational materials. And Superintendent Alberto Carvalho is here now to join us live to talk about this. Thank you. I know it's been a very busy time for you. And you all have been very proactive with meeting the community needs, providing meals, providing education, and opening schools as quickly as possible. Talk about what you've been doing since the fires and what you're hearing from the community.
Thank you for the opportunity. Good morning. Number one, I want to extend my sincere gratitude not only to the first responders, but our workforce. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they were in schools, inspecting schools, replacing filters, deploying air purifiers into some classrooms, doing all they could to bring kids back, bring our teachers and support staff back to normalize conditions as quickly as possible. A gigantic amount of work, but it was done. I also want to convey to the community that from Tuesday to Wednesday, that was a very difficult night. Our community has models that work well in terms of prediction, looking at wind speeds, the fire conditions, containment, as well as air quality. The county dashboard that measures air quality basically stopped functioning in a way that was productive for us, particularly in dealing with 3, 4, 5, or 6 simultaneous large-scale fires wrapped around increasing winds that diverted smoke clouds in very, very different directions, sometimes far away from where the fires were, making it very difficult for us to contain the closure of schools to a certain area as prescribed by our own policy. We recovered from that, but certainly was inconvenient, and we are really aware of that. We will be better in collaboration with the city and the county. Now it's about a matter of resuming normal conditions for kids, speaking with kids about what happened, eliciting from them their own emotional reaction, reassuring them that they are with their colleagues, their trusted teachers. That's why for the deeply impacted schools in the Palisades, particularly the 2 elementary schools, Marquez and Palisades Elementary, we relocated the entire student population to nearby schools with the necessary capacity with their teachers, their principals, the people they know and trust. For the 5 schools that are still in mandatory evacuation zones, we have also found accommodating secondary placement for the students and the staff. For the time being, we're providing mental health support. We've extended grace to our workforce up front, 5 days that they can use if they were in relocated areas, mandatory evacuation areas, to normalize their lives, allowing them some time to reorganize their living, considering that their world has changed.
You know, you look at, we had some kids on the show yesterday that had gone back to school, and they were so happy to see their friends.
Right.
It's those little moments of normalcy for especially the little ones. But also the older kids who went through COVID and had to do learning from home that now are impacted by this once again. Can you just talk about how important the structure of school is to so many children?
The structure of school is part of growing up today. The social interaction that kids have with their colleagues of the same age, the support they get from caring adults, the ability that the school staff have in terms of identifying critical issues impacting kids. It's often, considering the level of poverty in our community, where kids get nutrition, the free breakfast and lunch. You shut down schools, you deprive many kids of that, even though last week at the apex of this crisis, we stood up 8 grab-and-go feeding centers on the first day. Second day, we extended that to 16. Even though the vast majority of our kids are back in school, we still have 1 grab-and-go site for any impacted family out there. But schools are the one place in our community, there are places in our community where kids get nutrition, get support, get social, emotional attention, get education, get socialization. When you shut down schools, all of that vanishes. With that said, we try to strike a balance between imminently dangerous conditions for students, for our workforce, and the necessary socialization protection that schools afford our children. And that sometimes is a difficult balance and decision.
I know the governor relaxed some of the school requirements. Has that been helpful to you? What else do you need from the government at the county, state, and federal levels?
The waiving and a relaxation of some policies and practices and laws is certainly very helpful. We need a dramatic change specific to attendance, from average daily attendance to membership, meaning enrollment, considering the fluctuation of attendance patterns experienced by our student population. Secondly, we need accommodations specific to the number of days, mandatory days in the school year, considering the shutdown. We may need to have a conversation specific to state testing, which will be happening fairly soon, considering the localized disruptions which may create some inequity in terms of results. And then we need Sacramento's muscle with the federal government to ensure that FEMA reimbursements towards the reconstruction, the rebuilding, and reimbursements for the workforce deployment that we did over the past days, in fact, takes place in an expedited way, devoid of political pressures or considerations between administrations.
You know, we were talking about teachers too. I think so many people, your hearts go out to these teachers impacted. They do such a world of good for the kids. Not only giving them some time to figure out this if they're impacted, but you also said you're allowing them to dip into their retirement accounts and things like that. Can you talk about what's in place for them?
Sure. So we've taken three very aggressive steps. Number one, extending a number of days available to them, the equivalent of sick days, but it's not on their dime, it's a district's dime, and we are ready to actually increase that commitment, particularly for those who became unhoused as a result of this crisis. Secondly, we have taken steps to allow them to cash in vacation days, which usually lay dormant, and you cannot usually cash in your vacation days. But those are resources that during this crisis they should have access to. In addition to that, tapping into their 401k investments or other types of retirement investments, because the crisis and the need may be now rather than later. Those are the types of things we're doing to support our workforce. Look, this has had a terrible impact on the community as a whole. We continue to survey our workforce to determine exactly who lost their homes. We're in conversations with private sector entities like Airbnb to allow for some benefits at no cost to the employee. And we will continue to do everything we can. On the last count, we have about 400 individuals who reside, according to our records, in areas that were mandatorily evacuated. Out of those, no doubt, we know of individuals who lost their homes. This is a time for the community to step up and provide some degree of solace and support. And we're getting a lot of support from across the country to the direct benefit of children, families, and our teachers and support staff.
It really is a crisis that affects every part of our community. So thank you for what you're doing for the kids, and we wish you success in the recovery efforts.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Thanks
and thank you to our workforce and the first responders in our community.
Thank you.